Dr. Farkas, John and I appreciate you coming in again this year for your annual review. This must be what, 8 years now? You've met John before, haven't you?
Actually, I've met John many times, and this is my 11th year. And before we get started, I just realized I forgot my pen. But take some notes. Do you have some? Oh, thank you. And I have a bunch of questions that I really need you guys to work with me on.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Farkas.
It's Farkas.
Right.
Okay, great. Well, listen, we'll get to those questions shortly, but after we take a look at your investment review, and as you can see, I prepared yet another copy of your asset allocation. But before we get to this, may I offer you some hand sanitizer?
Actually, no, I'm a doctor, and I don't use hand sanitizer.
Okay, then.
Listen, gentlemen, I appreciate the work that you do, and I know we always talk about investment returns, but I feel like these discussions are just lacking additional information on other important areas.
Like what, Dr. Farkas?
It's Farkas.
Uh-huh.
For example, I'm going to be retiring in as little as 5 years. I'm concerned that my wife can maintain her lifestyle if something happens to me. In addition, I have the kids. I want to make sure that money goes to the kids. I have charitable intentions. I have ideas about estate planning and trusts, and I pay way too much income tax. Can't you guys help me with some of these things?
Yeah, yes, of course, I think we can help you with these things, but don't you want to take a look at just how well your investments are doing? I mean, John and I just bought these new crayons.
Look at all the crayons that we bought.
Well, listen, I appreciate the crayons. I appreciate the hand sanitizer, but I've told you guys repeatedly I'm colorblind, and I have so much more on my mind other than just talking about these investment returns.
Dr. Freckles, if you could just give us some time to review, and we can get back together.
It's Farkas.
Uh-huh, right.
And I think that'd be okay because I'm going on a long sabbatical, so maybe perhaps we can get together in a couple of months.
Yes, of course, and I will tell you, Doctor, we will be much better prepared next time.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly hope so.
John, man, now what are we going to do? How are we going to get all this stuff together for Dr. Farkas?
Well, Dr. Farkas had a lot of goals and challenges that he said were important to him. And we have a lot of business partners we could use. What about doing something with them?
Jim Daniello, when are you going to be in Buffalo next? We got a big case to work on. Next week, see you then.
That's nice! Guys, thanks for joining me today. Rob and I met with our client, Dr. Farkas, and it did not go well. We called Jim Daniello, and he told us that we really have to look at this differently. He told us about an asset location worksheet instead of just talking about asset allocation all the time. Let me just show you how this works. So we take a snapshot of where the client's assets are right now and position it in terms of whether it's taxable now, later, or never. Dr. Farkas's goals are he wants to reduce his taxes, he wants to have a lifetime income stream that he and his wife can't outlive, and he has some legacy intentions for his family and charities. Do you guys have any ideas on how we might be able to reposition some things to make that work?
Got an idea for the $200,000 in banking. Why don't you take maybe $150,000 of that, and you could use it or reposition it in as a single premium to life insurance. That'll address his legacy goals. And you'll leave an extra $50,000 for an emergency fund using TIA Direct. He could get a much better interest rate on his emergency funds.
Great idea. Anybody else?
Yeah, Jonathan, in the tax later column, could we use PAM to incorporate the $1 million in Vanguard and use tax advantage assets?
Absolutely. Good idea.
You know, Jonathan, you mentioned that he's looking for some guaranteed lifetime income for himself and his wife. What about the $1.5 million in retirement, maybe a managed income strategy through PAM or PA, and taking the TI traditional and turning that into a lifetime annuity?
I like it. That's another great idea. That way he'll have an income stream that he and his wife can't outlive.
I haven't seen anything like this before, talking about asset location instead of asset allocation. I'm definitely going to take this and use this in my meetings going forward.
Great. So, Rob, what do you think about all this? Rob?
This rash is really making me drowsy. Oh.
Dr. Farkas.
John, how are you?
Good, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
So I think you're going to be very pleased with what we put together. We put a lot of time and thought into it, took a different approach, and we integrated a lot of our business partners in as well. So we have a lot of great things to share with you.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'm really sorry to hear about Rob. I mean, in all the years I've been practicing medicine, I've never heard of anyone having such a reaction to hand sanitizer and crayons.
Yeah, strange. Welcome.
Thank you.